Welcome to the Value Proposition by the Fitness Business Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Pellegrino. The Value Proposition was created specifically for industry suppliers to showcase the value that they bring to health club owners and operators beyond their product or service. Today, we're going to be learning the value proposition for making fitness accessible. We'll be speaking with the Trainerize team to learn about how the app came to be and what the company looks like today. With over 20,000 fitness businesses powered by Trainerize, a community of over 200,000 coaches and over 800,000 active users, over 100,000 connected fitness apps, and 25,000 workouts completed daily, this is an app you want to know more about. So be sure to stick around and have a listen. Joining us today, we have Farhad Gulamhusein, VP of Client Success, Trevor Chong, Product Director, and Paula Bartis, Marketing Director. Trevor is going to start us off today with our 3 real minutes, or 3RM as we like to say, to give us some insight into Trainerize. Trevor, welcome to the Value Proposition. Tell us about how Trainerize came to be. Whose idea was this application, and what was the need originally, and how did you guys meet that need?
Yeah, so I think, I'm going to date myself a little bit here to say, if anybody here actually remembers the iPod, right? So people used to bring iPods to the gym and write down their reps and weights on a paper pad. And then, we just, kind of thought this was not very cool. So we built an app for ourselves to be able to track our performance. We always felt that, we're so busy, we go to the gym and I can't remember the last time did I lift, was it 10 pounds? Was it 15? Was it 20? And I just felt like I wasn't really improving because I was just like, I don't remember what I did the last time. I could be tired today and I'm just grabbing the tens and I might be going backwards. So, we also kind of knew that Apple was going to release the iPhone. So around that time of the iPhone, there was this thing called the BlackBerry. I don't know if people remember that. So we built a BlackBerry app first while waiting for the iPhone to come out. And then when the iPhone came out, we built an iOS app that basically allowed, people to, buy the app and just track their own workouts within that app. So we had a lot of trainers kind of writing in to say, hey, it'd be awesome if, you could have some kind of layer on the top that allowed trainers to sign in. And that's how we got Trainerize. We built that layer on the top, and that's how Trainerize was born.
I love that so much. BlackBerry, that's a word we don't hear that often now. I love it. Farhad, coming to you next, sir. Can you give us the elevator pitch for what Trainerize actually does?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Sure, I'd love to. So Trainerize is a member engagement platform that focuses on connecting members with your brand and club in a variety of new and different ways. So with the platform, you can impact member fitness journeys directly through delivering workout programming, nutrition programming, habit programming, group training and community, and even engaging them through their wearable devices. So every feature in the platform is built around this idea of engagement, and it really allows clubs to introduce effective and tangible new revenue streams and to impact members consistently, resulting in a whole new level of client retention.
Love that. It's more important today than ever, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Paula, would you mind walking us through who is using Trainerize now?
Yes, of course. Hi, Sarah. So our customers are super diverse, and I would say the 3 main buckets in which I would place them are probably independent trainers, fitness studios, and larger enterprises. So I'll talk a bit about all of them a little bit. So the largest and probably most important segment for us is the independent coach segment. So we're seeing a great mix of variety of coaches sign up, from your classic personal trainer in the gym to this new model of a hybrid trainer, but also nutrition and wellness coaches, rehab therapists. So there's quite a few diverse groups there. The way people can market and sell online training is really creating so much opportunity. And I think our platform is great because whatever type of coach you are, it actually fits that business model. The second big audience that using Trainerize are the boutique clubs. So we've seen a large number of these come in through COVID, but not only. So they're usually signing up through more like getting savvy. As the fitness consumer are getting savvier, fitness clubs need a way to keep them engaged and to offer these like different types of services, such as online training. So as part of our offering for studios, we actually have like a fitness mobile app for them, and they can brand it and they can make it suitable to their club. So this is how businesses can engage not just existing members, but also attract new members. So for example, they can use the app to attract and gain new members from social media, for example, or leveraging their community. And the third segment is kind of the larger enterprises. So this is everything from your like bigger fitness club franchises, bigger box gyms, but even new segments that we've seen like corporate wellnesses. And although they use it a bit differently, the space is starting to see a big shift on how everyone is embracing technology. And yeah, it's interesting. Technology is a huge driver of why people adapt our app. Especially at a larger scale, they can definitely increase those, as Farhad says, the member engagement relationships and make the most out of their business online as well.
That is wonderful. Well, thank all three of you for starting us off with the 3RM today and giving our listeners some background on the company, what your product does, and who your consumers are today. So Trevor, I'm going to start with you. You are a co-founder of Trainerize. You've just shared with us, you've been with them since the beginning. Trainerize is this amazing member engagement tool. Let's dive in. What features in your mind separate you from your competitors, and what features do you want more people to know about?
Right. So I think, what really separates us from everybody else is really that we take a step back from actually building features. We always think about what the solution is. It's all about connecting people. So we always try to ask ourselves when we're designing a feature, what is the problem that we're trying to solve, right? And we're always trying to deliver the best experience from both the client's perspective and the trainer's perspective. It's got to be fun to be, to use on both ends of the spectrum, right? So, I think a couple of interesting kind of use cases are that, our recent in-app video calls and on-demand video workouts, that kind of plays into that, seamless experience too. Everything's in the application itself. So, like when your client needs to have a video call, simply just click in the calendar, schedule it, and when the time comes, both of you just jump in and, hop on the video call. So that kind of really seamless experience. And then when you look at our payment features too, we look at them holistically about how easy it is to build a product. What do trainers do? Did they share them on Instagram, on Facebook? So, we built those tools to easily share, a product on social media. And then also, when you look at the core functionality of Trainerize, be it like real-time messaging, the workout or activity tracker, the Apple Watch app or habit coaching, we always try to start by speaking with the trainer, with our community. So, a lot of our ideas are kind of crowdsourced based on, what trainers and what businesses using us, really want, right? So I think we really are pretty proud of ourselves that we try to gather and speak with as much of our community as possible.
Absolutely. And did I hear correctly that you have a feature for tracking the WODs in the CrossFit World workout of the day? Is that right too?
So yeah, so I think with COVID, a lot of the gyms are kind of shut down. So we've pulled a couple of things up from the future. One of them is, Trainerize has the ability to create digital communities, little groups, kind of like Facebook groups within the app. So you'll be able to actually share a WOD, a workout of the day within the group. And, as the day goes by, you can see how many people have completed the workout. So it's kind of like a WOD feature, do it at your own time at home, right? Really brings that kind of digital engagement now that the gyms are locked down into your living room.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Now, I've learned through my conversations with your team that Trainerize is capable of offering virtual training through video coaching features. You've just started to talk about that in the last question. Walk us through what that looks like, right? I'm a client. I am not wanting to go to the gym today, but we have a session to knock out. If someone wants to upgrade to this feature, what's that process? What does that all look like?
Yeah, it's super easy. So I think, once again, stepping back to kind of the solution, we've all kind of been on the receiving end of, kind of Zoom calls or Meet calls or, Microsoft Team calls. And then, you have to kind of figure out the times, download this other app. So really, we wanted to make it really easy. So all you really got to do, the trainer just has to go in, schedule that time slot where, you want that appointment, which so happens to be a video call. And then, it just shows up in the app. And when the time comes, both of them get a reminder. You tap on the calendar inside the application. You tap on the item and both of you jump into the video call. There's really nothing else to download.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, if one of your customers is using Trainerize but has not downloaded that feature or upgraded, what is that process to upgrade, Trevor?
Yeah, so all the paid accounts get a block of free credits. So the credits are $1 per hour for video call, and then it's $1 for 10 hours of video workouts, and you buy them in packs of $10, or you can set an auto recharge. So anybody that upgrades to a paid plan automatically gets one bundle each. So that's 10 hours of video calling and 100 hours of video streaming. So that second part, I'll kind of dive into that second component too of video coaching. So there's kind of that real-time one-to-one feedback. But during COVID too, we looked at our roadmap for 2021, 2022, and we pulled kind of on-demand video in there too. So, on-demand video really is, trainers can pre-record workouts by Zoom or, on their phone, and they just drag and drop them into Trainerize. And, these video workouts can be used like any regular workouts within Trainerize. So the power is really, you can use them for programming. So you could say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have these yoga classes or yoga workouts. And then, Tuesday, Thursday, you could do kind of these HIIT workouts with me. Or, Trainerize is also built to do on demand. So you could just pop everything, these video workouts into the on demand section for a program, and clients can just pick and choose whenever they want to. So the idea really around kind of these video features, whether it's video calling or kind of on demand video, it's really kind of moving up the fidelity chain of communication, right? Of like, similar to communicating by kind of email and chat, then moving up to voice and moving up to video. You build that connectedness with your trainer. We really want, we're all about connecting people, right?
Absolutely. And while the online and video is so important, I want to just highlight something that we've touched on in this question, because what is so cool about Trainerize, and again, my background is billing and software. So when I'm on your website, I mean, you could literally help someone that has one client or unlimited clients. So I do want our listeners to go to your website and check out how, the customization of Trainerize, because you really can be a solution for any type of business, which I think is wonderful. So. Awesome. All right. Now, Trevor, one of my favorite things I've learned about Trainerize is how you all can take a client from ready to buy to ready to train in seconds, meaning your platform has seamless billing and e-commerce capabilities. So let's expand on that.
Yeah. So definitely coming back to kind of focusing on the people. So, we also kind of look at how trainers sell, right? How they build their web pages and how they find clients on Instagram, on Facebook, and we look at the various pain points of basically finding and converting a client. So, Sarah, you've also kind of talked about, Trainerize can scale all the way from that individual personal trainer all the way up to a super large business. So that's kind of how we look at kind of payments too, right? So at kind of that smaller business level, the individual personal trainer, we have trainerize.me. So basically it's a very basic page, kind of like a Facebook page that everybody gets when they sign up for Trainerize. There's no configuration, no crazy HTML that you have to write. It's just pre-made. Everybody gets a page, and you can easily, once you set up payments, to list products on there to sell, and you can grab those links and just share with clients on Instagram or Facebook and social media. So it makes it really easy to kind of send people to go look at a product. You can also copy a checkout link so that, on Instagram, when they go to your webpage, they can just buy the product directly. So we've also built in really easy kind of share buttons within the in-app real-time messenger to share any products that you've built within Trainerize. And also, the concept of Trainerize of programs, so being able to build out everything in advance and just kind of reuse that template over and over again. So we've built out kind of auto messaging triggers too in a program that you can also use those messages to share these products that we built in Trainerize. So we've made it really easy for kind of that individual personal trainer to be able to grab and share products. Now, as you kind of move up, as these businesses get a bit bigger, typically they kind of want their own identity. So the next level up, really, you're kind of looking at the Wix, Shopify, WordPress, Squarespace, and ClickFunnels. So to kind of satisfy that, we integrate with Zapier. And actually, we're one of the top 20 fastest growing Zapier apps, which is, super exciting. That just got announced a few months ago. Yeah. And, so, you can just snap two apps together. So for the people that don't know what Zapier is, basically it's like a connecting feature, a connecting app, so that, let's say if you wanted a Wix website, but then if somebody signed up to a form, be able to add them to Trainerize. So you don't have to add any code. You can basically just sign up to a Zapier account, snap the two apps together. It's kind of drag and drop and off you go. So, there's a lot of flexibility with kind of that medium-sized businesses as to how many apps they want to snap together. There's like 1,000 apps that Zapier supports. So, pretty much most popular apps, you can snap them all together without writing any code.
Well, kudos to you and your team. That is fantastic.
We love Zapier. We automate everything at our side, and with Zapier too. And then, you get to the super large businesses, and you're really looking at kind of that member management system like ABC's DataTrack or MindBody. So we tie into those too. And in the same way that we kind of approach, payments with Trainerize, we kind of have the seamless approach with the member management systems too. So on the sale of a product, automatically we detect that and the member is automatically imported. So regardless of, if you're using Trainerize payments or ABC or MindBody, everything actually ties back to this automation engine that we've built. Now, I think, the nice thing about facilitating payments, that's only kind of one, kind of facet of purchasing. There's also the fulfillment, right? So what happens when the client buys, let's say, a 90-day challenge? Now, is the trainer going to have to immediately go and, listen for the SMSs that come in or emails that come in? So we've built this automation engine that basically says, on the purchase, of a product on, Trainerize payments or ABC or MindBody, we detect that and you can set up automations like, hey, okay, if you buy the 90-day product, you're going to get assigned to, say, Paula, and, you're going to get assigned to this training program. So, businesses can really easily build, sell, and then fulfill these digital products, whether it's a 90-day workout program that you're going to sell on Instagram, or it's a full-fledged kind of gym nutrition coaching add-on that includes, scheduled video calls and, has a social community built in the app. So anytime you sell through either, any of these channels, it can be automatically, these actions can be automated. So, we really wanted to try as hard as possible to remove all the friction points in that whole purchasing process.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And two key words that Trevor said to the Fitness Business Podcast family here: automation and integration. Because speaking from history here with the billing and software side of the industry, you want to work with companies that are going to sync up to your main billing system and have your members at their disposal. So that is really, really important. And then of course we want it to be automated. So Trevor, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving us a deep dive into what Trainerize does for your consumers.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, Paula. Now, the mission statement for Trainerize is making fitness accessible. And I love this, but I also realize that it can mean different things to different people. So can you explain what that means to Trainerize?
Yes, definitely, Sarah. So our mission basically represents the joint voices, say, of our 20,000 fitness businesses and our community of 200,000 fitness coaches who are inspiring and motivating their clients on their health and fitness journeys. So it's together with them that we're able to achieve this mission and to actually make fitness more accessible by inspiring change for hundreds of thousands of fitness clients worldwide. Our big vision is to have 1 billion people using Trainerize as their health and fitness companion on their fitness journey. And we think we can achieve this and maybe even more, because Trainerize is not just a workout app. As Trevor also mentioned, it's fitness, nutrition, and it's also a habit coaching app. So it's having all these three pillars that help us kind of bring everything into one app and really empower trainers to truly help clients, not just focusing on the, let's say, 2 workouts they assign every week, but it's all the other things, such as getting better sleep, disconnecting from your digital devices before bed. It's the little habits and it's the little things that contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle change over a long period of time.
Absolutely.
The mission for us.
I love that. You're speaking it into existence, Paula. That's fantastic. Awesome. Now, what aspects of Trainerize do you really feel differentiate you from the competition?
Well, we never really look at competition, to be honest. We really focus on our unique differentiator as something that really comes from within. So it's how we operate, how we prioritize our things as a company. So we've always been super in tune with where the industry is going. So both fitness industry and tech and digital. And we've always kind of been a few steps ahead on that by seeing the bigger picture. Trev has been great at kind of shaping the vision that's not just for today, but it's also for what's coming. And that said, I would say the most important thing is our product-led approach. So that means always leveling up on the product, always offering a bit more to our users so that they get more value over time. So we're paying the same price, but the product gets better and better. And this includes what Trevor also mentioned, so access to better business integrations and partnerships. So through this kind of dynamic product approach, they get access to so much more over time. We also leverage community, and I think Trevor touched on this a little bit as well, but I think that community is really what brings our product vision to life. It's asking for feedback consistently and actually getting our customers to be so bought in on what they actually want to see in the app. And they feel like being part of it. So community, the second thing. The third thing I would mention is basically our app engagement features. So these are key for us. So engagement is not just necessarily on what makes a client, for example, open the app and use it, but it's also the little things that maybe contribute to that bigger journey, such as, for example, group training or messaging, reminders, achievement badges. So all of these little features, like making the app more dynamic for the client, we're super into this as well. And I would say lastly, the big differentiator is what really brings it all together. It's our bigger vision of 360 wellness. So we look at our app. Trainerize is not just a fitness app. It's like an app where you can track fitness, nutrition, and habits, and all your kind of fitness journey. So it's this approach that really drives engagement for clients and helps them build healthy lifestyles. So yeah, that's 3 things.
That's so wonderful. I love it. No, I mean, you're really personalizing the fitness experience from start to finish. If we ever are really ever finished, we're never finished, right?
Yeah.
So Paula, dive in with us. So you've just explained, what sets Trainerize apart as a company. Now, when you are coming up with different marketing campaigns, how do you bring those features to life?
Yes, so definitely. Our positioning and our approach have remained quite consistent over the years. So we're all about the engagement and those trainer and client relationships and fueling the engagement with the clients for the clients to get better results. We really love sharing trainer stories and featuring the success of our customers using Trainerize, because I think that's what really makes our product come to life. So we've been doing a lot of customer stories lately and, for example, social media takeovers. We've also been highlighting businesses that have been doing the 360 kind of coaching, and especially businesses using wearables. With wearables is the fact that health and fitness is more like, doesn't really end when someone leaves the gym or when someone finishes a workout. Wearables are great to just kind of bring that data also to the trainer. So the trainer can customize the workouts and they can actually offer a better service by having access to, say, steps and sleep or someone's heart rate. So through all of this, we've been really, I think wearables have been on our social media and in marketing campaigns for the past like months, I think now, since January at least. And we've actually just launched our Apple Watch app and the response has been phenomenal. Not just among trainers, but we also seen businesses getting their members to connect their Apple Watches so that they do get access to better data. Actually, Trevor just told us last week that the Watch app sessions are almost half of our iOS app sessions, which is crazy. And it's just in such a short time.
That is awesome. I have such a random question. Speaking of health and fitness apps, maybe one of you will know. Does anyone know the average number of like health and fitness apps that someone has on their phone?
Oh, good question.
I'm not sure. I have a lot.
I do too.
But we're researching as well. So.
All right, we're going to come back. We're going to put a pin in that Fitness Business Podcast family. We're coming back on that one because now I want to know. All right, Paula. You've gone into detail that community is a really big part of what you do at Trainerize. So can you tell us a little bit about why that's so important and what you're doing to build deeper relationships with the business owners and operators who use your product? I also saw on social media you're running an online event coming up. So maybe tell us a little bit about that too.
Yes, definitely. We're so big on community. And I think we've said this and we've leveraged this since the beginning. So over 200,000 coaches that we keep engaged through continuous education. We have Facebook groups, we have community events, we do live webinars. So we try to keep our community super close. I mentioned leveraging, and Trevor as well, we mentioned leveraging community to drive the product roadmap, but I would say it's more than that. It's kind of finding those ambassadors, those inspiring stories that really make our product come to life, and actually making them shine first. And in a way, they're your biggest, I want to say, marketing resource, or your biggest value proposition are your successful customers. That was the inspiration for our user event, the Trainerize Collective. So this started as a meetup where coaches can learn and they can network and get to know us. And now it actually is running as an online event. The first session will be in December, so December 2nd. So we'd love to have your listeners tune in. And yeah, we're going to share lots of stories and insights from other industry leaders, but also successful business owners. And yeah, they can learn more about building those businesses online.
I love it. Well, we will definitely share more information about that and be sure to remind our listeners. We love it.
Cool.
Wonderful. All right, Farhad, I am coming to you next, sir. You and your team have provided us with the history of the company, where you are today. Let's chat where you're going. What is the biggest business opportunity for Trainerize going forward?
But I'd say the biggest opportunity is definitely going to be around creating a true one app experience. Right now, clubs are struggling with trying to get into the digital space because they end up taking on a bunch of apps on different platforms and trying to create like this one cohesive experience. But we've done our best to build incredible integrations to create a smooth experience with those apps. But the real opportunity is in creating that one app, total fitness solution, where all the features come together in a seamless and elegant way, and where you can really connect the marketplace with this powerful ability to book, buy, and train from one app and platform. And of course, when it comes to training, there's a huge opportunity to engage the 360-degree fitness and lifestyle approach, as Paula mentioned earlier. And this industry is also super exciting because there's so much cutting-edge technology that is going to make the fitness experience transform in the coming years. Trev and his team are all over this, and everything from wearables all the way to AI shows that the sky's the limit on technology, in the technology front as well. So ultimately, this is all fantastic news for both clubs and their members, because really the best is yet to come.
Absolutely. And you've teed me up so well for where I want to go next. So with COVID-19's impact on the fitness industry, Farhad, we're seeing virtual fitness options a lot, right? They're here to stay. What advice would you give an owner or operator that says, nope, it's a fad, it's not going to stay forever, or they've just been reluctant to adopt any virtual solutions?
I totally understand the hesitation right now to take on something new at a time when things are so uncertain. I've spoken to so many clubs and ownership groups about this, and the game is changing out there. The good news is, while clubs were hesitant and spending time considering options, we were hard at work on building and perfecting these virtual solutions, and I feel like they're incredibly valuable in the current climate. I think adopting a virtual solution now is the perfect time, because there are so many tactics that we can share to ensure that clubs experience the success that they're looking for. From retaining existing members to pushing the envelope and growing, like basically their membership base with new revenue opportunities, I'm confident we can work with clubs to make that happen. So in a nutshell, my advice is don't wait any longer. The time to jump into virtual solutions has never been better for a club, and it has never been more important than in our current climate.
100%. And it's not all like just because something scary happened, now we have to pivot. It's a huge opportunity too to capture a market that maybe we never were capturing in the first place. So I love what it means for the health and fitness industry, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. Farhad, it hit the news 2 months back that ABC Fitness Solutions, formerly ABC Financial, purchased Trainerize. How does this impact your business and take you all to the next level?
Earlier, I mentioned the opportunity being about building that true one-app total fitness solution. Well, that dream is coming true with ABC and Trainerize. So the great thing about this acquisition is that ABC really believes in our mission and our impact in the industry. So absolutely nothing will change with our current customers, and even our entire roadmap is moving forward exactly as planned. We can still work with any club in the industry, whether they're ABC or not, so all clubs and brands can still experience Trainerize. The only difference now is that we have this incredible opportunity to work with ABC to build that true one-app experience that clubs have been waiting for. So the work has already started, and I'm excited to say the first glimpses of that effort should start making appearances early next year. And in terms of impact, it's a dream because of how this acquisition impacts our mission to make fitness accessible. With ABC, Trainerize is going to connect significantly more people on this planet with a monitored and professionally developed fitness experience. And that's all we ever set out to do, really. So I do think on both sides, we feel like it's a perfect match.
I love it. Thank you so much, Farhad, for giving us a little sneak peek. And we're excited to see what's to come in the next year or so for ABC and Trainerize. That's wonderful. Now, if someone is listening and wants to learn more about Trainerize, what is the best way for them to reach your team?
I encourage anyone interested in learning more about Trainerize to head over to our website, where they can sign up for a free 30-day trial. Ooh. It's hands down the best way to get a feel for the platform and what you can do with it. But we also wanted to mention a special offer that we're giving exclusively to listeners of the value proposition, where you can get 50% off your first 2 months of Trainerize. And to get your discount code, you need to head to trainerize.com/the value proposition. This is a limited time thing though, so don't wait or you might miss it.
I love it. How gracious. Thank you so much for doing that to our Fitness Business Podcast family. You're not going to want to miss that one. So I'm going to repeat the website again, trainerize.com/the value proposition. Head on over there and see the special offer that the team at Trainerize provided for you. So thank you, Farhad and team. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to all our listeners for tuning in today to hear the value proposition for making fitness accessible with Trainerize. Tune in December 18th for our next episode to hear about the value proposition for IntelliVideo. And to show we walk the talk at the Fitness Business Podcast, all the resources and the links for today's show can be found at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com, adding value to our FBP family. Until next month, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. See you next month, Fitness Business Podcast family.